Greetings! Mansoray79 here, and welcome back to another deck profile video for Cardfight Vanguard Deer Days! Alrighty, let's get started. Pressing the A button now.
Cardfight Vanguard Deer Days.
Loading game and proceeding. Here we are in the main menu, up to edit deck menu. And now in today's video, the deck profile I'm going to run for is a Dark States, Demonic Jewel Dragon, Drajeweled, D-BT10. Alrighty then, let's get started. Selecting the deck, entering edit deck, and off we go. And here we are in the edit deck menu. And like I mentioned before, the deck we're building today's video is a Dark States, Demonic Jewel Dragon, Drajeweled deck, made of cards only available up until D-BT10. Alright, let's get started. First we go to Filter Settings and to Pack. Show only cards from D-BT1, Genesis of 5 Greats, D-BT2, Rush of Legends, D-BT3, Advanced Intertwined Stars, D-BT4, Awakening of Chakrabarti, D-BT5, Triumph of the Brave Heroes, Festival Booster 2021, Festival Booster 2022, Promo Pack number 1, and D-BT6, Blazing Dragon Reborn, D-BT7, Raging Flames Emerald Storm, D-BT8, Minerva Rising, D-BT9, Dragon Tree Invasion, and D-BT10, Dragon Tree Masquerade. And pack selected, apply filters. Filters applied, let's get started. First up, the right deck. And now for the right deck. For the cards in this right deck we are playing, right deck, Grade 3, Demonic Jewel Dragon, Drajeweled. Skills, first skill, actions, Vanguard, once per turn, cost, Counterblast 1. If the cost and paid, Soul Charge 2. If all of the cards Soul Charge have different grades, you may draw a card. Second skill, Auto as a Vanguard. When this unit attacks a Vanguard, cost, Soul Blast 4 cards with different grades. If the cost and paid, choose one of your opponent's Vanguards. Until end of turn, increase or decrease its power to 1. And if your opponent's Vanguard is grade 3 or greater, this unit gets +1 critical. Power at that time becomes 1 and can increase or decrease afterwards. Alrighty, the grade 3, Demonic Jewel Dragon, Drajeweled, we have 1 the right deck. Next up, right deck, grade 2, Demonic Stone Dragon, Jewel Neal. Skills, first skill, Auto as a Vanguard or Rearguard. When this unit attacks, hits a Vanguard. Cost, Soul Charge 1. Second skill, Auto. When this unit is rolled upon by a unit with Drajewel in its card name, Soul Charge 1. And if your soul has 3 or more cards of different grades, draw a card. Okie dokie, the grade 2, Demonic Stone Dragon, Jewel Neal, we have 1 the right deck. Next up, right deck, grade 1, Jewel Core Dragon. Skills, first skill, Auto. When this unit is rolled upon by Demonic Stone Dragon, Jewel Neal, call this card to Rearguard Circle. Second skill, Auto as a Rearguard. When this unit attacks or boosts, this unit gets plus 5,000 power until end of battle. At the end of battle, put this unit into your soul. This effect is mandatory. Affirmative, the Great One, Jewel Core Dragon, we have 1 the right deck. Next, right deck, grade 0, Julius Draco Kid, starting unit. Skill, Auto. When this unit is rolled upon, if you went second, draw a card. Confirmed, grade 0, Julius Draco Kid, we have 1 the right deck. With that, we cover the cards in the right deck. Next, let's get on to the grade 3 lineup. And now for the grade 3 lineup. For the grade 3 since deck we are playing, the grade 3, Demonic Jewel Dragon, Drajeweled. Since we explained this card's skills and effects during the right deck portion of the video, we'll just skip ahead. For the grade 3, Demonic Jewel Dragon, Drajeweled, we have 3 in the main deck. Next, the grade 3, Demonic Jewel Dragon, Ristal Galer. Skill, Auto as a Rearguard. When this unit attacks a Vanguard, if you Soul Blasted 4 or more cards at the same time for the cost of your Vanguard's ability this turn, cost, put a card from hand into Soul. If the cost and paid, draw a card, and choose one of the opponent's Rearguards and retire it. Oh, okie dokie, the grade 3, Demonic Jewel Dragon, Ristal Galer, we have 3 in the deck. And next, the grade 3, Gratia Gredel, normal order. Skills, first skill, continuous, Regulus Piece. You may only have 1 Regulus Piece in your deck and use a total of 1 time in the fight. Second skill, order. Play this if you have a grade 3 Vanguard of Persona Right and not right this turn. Activate Persona Right. Draw a card. All of your front row units gets plus 10,000 power this turn, and your Garta Persona Road. And affirmative, the grade 3, Gratia Gredel, we have 1 the deck. And with that, we covered the deck's grade 3 lineup. Next, let's get on to the grade 2 lineup. And now for the Grade 2 lineup. For the Grade 2 since deck we are playing, the Grade 2, Demonic Stone Dragon Rockagore. Skills, first skill, auto as a rear guard, once per turn. When this unit attacks a Grade 3 or greater unit, if your soul has 4 more cards with different grades, this unit gets plus 10,000 power until end of turn. Second skill, auto as a rear guard. When you soul blasted 4 more cards at the same time for the cost of your Vanguard's ability, if your opponent's Vanguard is Grade 3 or greater, cost, counterblast 1. If it costs and paid, stand his unit. Already, the Grade 2, Demonic Stone Dragon Rockagore, we have 4 in the deck. Up next, the Grade 2, Blossom of Ruined Castle Empusa. Skill, auto, from the front row rear circle. When you soul blasted 4 more at the same time for the cost of your Vanguard's ability, if your unit did not stand by a card ability this turn, you may stand this unit. If you stand this unit at the end of the turn, cost, retire this unit. If it costs and paid, choose a Grade 2 or greater unit card from your soul and put it into hand. Okie dokie, the Grade 2, Blossom Ruined Castle Empusa, we have 4 in the deck. Next, the Grade 2, Servant Falcrazia. Skills, first skill, auto as a rear guard. When this unit attacks a Grade 3 or greater unit, choose up to one of your dark states from your drop, and this unit gets plus 5,000 power until end of battle for each grade of that card. Put the chosen card into soul. Second skill, auto as a rear guard. At the end of your turn, if you have a Grade 4 or greater Vanguard, cost, put this in your soul. If it costs and paid, draw a card. Affirmative, the Grade 2, Servant Falcrazia, we have 4 in the deck. With that, we covered the deck's Grade 2 lineup. Next, let's get on to the Grade 1 lineup. And now for the Grade 1 lineup. For the Grade 1 since deck we are playing, the Grade 1, Brainwash Swirler. Skills, first skill, auto. When this unit is placed on the rear guard circle, soul charge 1. Second skill, auto as a rear guard. When your card is put into soul by soul charge, if you have a Grade 3 or greater Vanguard, this unit gets plus 5,000 power until end of turn, plus 10,000 power if soul charge 2. And already the Grade 1, Brainwash Swirler, we have 4 in the deck. Next, the Grade 1, Repelled Malice Dragon, Sentinel Perfect Guard. Skills, first skill, Continuous Sentinel. You may own up to 4 cards Continuous Sentinel deck. Second skill, auto. When this unit is put in the guardian circle, choose one of your units. It cannot be hit until end of battle. If your hand has 2 more cards, choose a card from hand, discard it. And okie dokie, the Grade 1, Repelled Malice Dragon, we have 3 in the deck. Next, we have the Grade 1, Elementary Sanctitude, Blitz Order. Skills, first skill, Continuous Sentinel. You may own up to 4 cards Continuous Sentinel deck. Second skill, Continuous. You may only have 1 Elementary Sanctitude deck. Third skill, Order. If your opponent's Vanguard is triple drive, this ability can be played without paying the cost. Play the cost of, discard a card from hand if your Vanguard is Grade 3 or less. If the cost and pay, choose one of your units. It cannot be hit until end of battle. Remove this card. Affirmative, the Grade 1, Elementary Sanctitude, we have 1 in the deck. And next, the Grade 1, Steam Scara Zargon. Skill, auto as a rear guard. When this unit boosts, choose a unit boosted by this unit, and it gets auto as a Vanguard or a rear guard. When this unit's attack hits a Vanguard, choose up to 2 cards from drop and put them into soul until end of turn. Confirm, the Grade 1, Steam Scara Zargon, we have 3 in the deck. With that, we covered the deck's Grade 1 lineup. Next, let's get on to the Grade 0 lineup. And now for the trigger lineup. For the triggers in this deck we are playing, the Grade 0, Hades Dragon Deed of Resentment, Gamma Held, Over Trigger. Skill trigger additional effect. During your turn, all of your Vanguards gets plus 10,000 power and plus 1 critical until end of fight. Alright, the Grade 0, Hades Dragon Deed of Resentment, Gamma Held, Over Trigger, we have 1 in the deck. Next, the Grade 0, Connected Rampage Glen, critical trigger, we have 3 in the deck. The Grade 0, Stem Deviate Dragon, critical trigger. Skill, auto as a rear guard. At the end of battle, this unit boosted. Cost, put this unit into your soul. If it costs and pay, choose one of your units. It gets plus 2,000 power until end of turn. And okie dokie, the Grade 0, Stem Deviate Dragon, critical trigger, we have 4 in the deck. Here we have the Grade 0, Rue Swap Master Riley, draw trigger. Skill, continuous as a guardian. If your opponent's Vanguard is Grade 3 or greater, this unit gets plus 5,000 shield. Affirmative, the Grade 0, Rue Swap Master Riley, draw trigger, we have 4 in the deck. Here we have the Grade 0, Caper Companion, heal trigger, we have 2 in the deck. And finally, the Grade 0, Direful Doll Carmine, heal trigger, skill, auto. When this unit is put in the Guardian Circle, if your Vanguard's grade is less than your opponent's Vanguard grade, this unit gets plus 10,000 shield until end of battle. Confirm, the Grade 0, Direful Doll Carmine, heal trigger, we have 2 in the deck. With that, we've covered the deck's trigger lineup. And a deck that's been built, Cardfight explained. For the cards in this deck we are playing: 4 Grade 3 Demonic Jewel Dragon, Drajeweled. 3 Grade 3 Demonic Jewel Dragon, Ristful Galer. 1 Grade 3 Gradia Gretel. 4 Grade 2 Demonic Stone Dragon, Rockagore. 1 Grade 2 Demonic Stone Dragon, Jewel Neil. 4 Grade 2 Blossom of Ruin Castle, Empusa. 4 Grade 2 Serpent Farcasia. 1 Grade 1 Jewel Core Dragon. 4 Grade 1 Brainwash Swirler. 3 Grade 1 Repel Malice Dragon. 1 Grade 1 Elementary Sanctitude. 3 Grade 1 Steam Scara Zargon. And 1 Grade 0 Julius Draco Kid starting unit. And next for the triggers in this deck we are playing: 1 Grade 0 Gamma Child Over Trigger. 7 critical triggers. 4 draw triggers. And 4 heal triggers. With that deck built, Cardfight explained. Next, let's get on to testing out the deck. And here we are, back in the main menu, going to test out the deck, so selecting Fight menu, going to CPU Fight, choosing the deck I just showcased to you, the Dark States, Demonic Jewel Dragon, Drajeweled D-BT10 deck. The deck looks fine from this side, so selecting the deck, entering the Fight menu. So for the opponent, I'm going to test it out on, I think I'm going to test it out on Stoic Chaos, Megumi Okura, and Normal difficulty, and click. The battle begins. Let's get started. Here we are in the fight, so we're gonna decide who goes first. So rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Paper to scissors. I lose, going second. Drawing our starting hands. I got myself a Swirler, Perfect Guard, Empusa, Persona Ride, and a critical trigger. Not a bad draw, holding on to one of everything but triggers. Redraw. Brainwash Swirler, not bad. My opponent's going first, she's riding the Great One, Karis. End of their turn, my turn. Draw. I ride Jewel Core Dragon for the discarding a hold on to Brainwash Swirler or Zargon. I have 2 Swirlers, discard the extra copy, and ride Zargon. I mean Jewel Core. Starter skill, draw a card. Draw. Draw trigger. I call Zargon to the back row. Call. Battle phase we go. Boosted by Zargon. Go Jewel Core. 16k. Zargon skill, giving the Vanguard ability. The check goes through. Drive check. No trigger. Grade 2. And boom! 1 damage. Damage check. Heal trigger. Yes. Wasted a heal trigger. Nothing to heal. So Zargon skill from earlier. Choose up to 2 cards from drop to soul. The 1 Brainwash Swirler into soul. And if my turn, their turn. Here comes the Grade 2 Lattice. Karis' skill. Superior call top card of deck. Yes, draw trigger. 1 less card to worry about. Calling. Lead it 2 Leokas. Leoka left to Vanguard. Guarding with the draw trigger. 13k. And Kachink, safe. Here comes 14k from the Vanguard. No guard. Drive check first. No trigger, perfect guard. That's still bad choice for me. Out. Damage check. No trigger, Empusa. 1 more attack from Leoka. No guard. Out. Damage check. Critical trigger. Ah, wasted a trigger. All the Vanguard. End of their turn, my turn. stand and draw. I ride from the right deck, Jewel Neal. Right deck cost discarding. Critical trigger, stem deviate. Right, Jewel Neal. Skill of Jewel Core. Superior call from the soul to rear guard. Call. I call Servant Valcrazia to rear guard. Call. That ought to do it. To the battle phase we go. Valcrazia attacks the rear guard, Leoka. The attack goes through. Boom! One less rear guard to worry about. Boosted by Jewel Core. Nope, Jewel Core attacks himself to... Sorry, Jewel Core attacks by himself to... the rear guard Leoka. Jewel Core skill plus 5,000 power. 13k to rear guard. The attack goes through, and boom! One less rear guard to worry about. After attacking, Jewel Core skill. Back to Soul. Boosted by Zargon. Go, Jewel Neal to 18k. And Zargon skill. Bestowing the Vanguard ability. The attack goes through. Drive check. No trigger. Brainwash Swirler. I can use that. Boom! 1 damage. Check. Ah, heal trigger. Come on. Oh wait, no, never mind. He cannot heal. It was okay for me. First effect of Jewel Neal. Its own effect, Soul Charge, and Jewel Neal skill. Bestowed by Zargon. 2 grade zeros to drop. From drop to soul. Here comes the grade 3. Sylvanhorn Beast King Magnolia. Last skill, superior call the top card of a deck. Grade 2, come on. Gabre. Calling another Gabre. And Elrante. Vanguard to Vanguard. 17k. No guard, taking it. Twin Drive, first check. No trigger, safe. Come on, second check, nothing. Draw trigger, lucky her. Draw and power to rear guard. 1 damage. Ow! Damage check. No trigger, Zargon. Magnolia skill activated. Power to rear guard. 10k to rear guard. Guard lift. Brainwash Swirler. 15k. And Kachink. Safe. Here comes 18k. Elrante. Giving power to the remaining rear guard. No guard. Taking it. Out. Damage check. Critical trigger. That's wasted now though. All to Vanguard, but doesn't really do much at this point. 30k. No guard. Out. Damage check. Heal trigger. Yes, just what I needed. I heal 1 point of damage and power to the Vanguard. Good, I was lucky. End of their turn, my turn. Draw. I write Demonic Jewel Dragon, Drajeweled from the right that costs. I'm gonna discard. Gradia Gredel, discard and right, Drajeweled. Skill of Jewel Neal. Soul Charge 1 and draw. I call Brainwash Swirler to rear guard. Calling. Swirler skill, Soul Charge 1. Soul Charge. Great 1. Swirler skill plus 5,000 power. Activating Drajeweled skill, Counter Blast. Counter Blast and Soul Charge 2. Grade 0, Grade 2. Draw 1. And then Swirler skill plus 5,000 power for each Soul Charge. And Soul Charge. There we go. I have a grade 3 in drop zone. I could use my Valcrazia skill to get to the soul and activate my Vanguard skill. So the question is now, do I go with Empusa or Risto Galer. This is a tough choice for me. Use Risto Galer's skill to retire rear guards, or to use Empusa to increase the number of attacks I can make. I have an attacking swirler here, so... Oh, there's a choice. Do I go with Risto Galer or Empusa? In my soul, I have a bunch of cards, so... I'll go with Empusa for full power. Call. And that ought to do it. To battle phase we go. First, my Falcrazia attacks the Vanguard. Falcrazia skill. I move Gradia Gretel from drop into soul. 5,000 power. 25,000. Guarding with front trigger. 33k. Boosted by Brainwash Swirler. Go, Empusa. 33k. The attack goes through. And slash. Damage check. No trigger. Persona Ride. Still one less card to worry about. Boosted by Zargon. Go, Drajeweled. Zargon skill. Bestowing the Vanguard skill. And Drajeweled skill. Soul Blasting 4 different grades. Grade 3. My Gradia Gretel. Grade 2. Jewel Neil. Grade 1. Jewel Core. Grade 0. Julius Draco Kid. These 4 Soul Blasted. Reduce the opponent's Vanguard power to 1. +1 critical to me. Empusa skill. Restand her. Restand. Perfect Guard. Discarding for the Perfect Guard costs a draw trigger. Twin Drive, first check. No trigger, Falcrazia. Second check. No trigger, come on. The attack fails. Empusa attacks the rear guard Gabrick. I should have gone all in with my Risto Galer instead. Empusa skill into soul and add a card from soul back to hand. I add Empusa. I have a perfect guard, a bunch of shields. Will it be enough? Last skill, a back row rear guard can attack. That's not good for me. 13k to Vanguard. Nope, 17k. Guarding with a critical trigger and intercept with Falcrazia. 28k, 2 to pass. Heal trigger and Falcrazia. First check. Heal trigger, come on. More power. Second check. Double trigger, you gotta be kidding me, so lucky. The Chink survived. Giving power and the ability to attack from the back row to a rear guard. Nope, giving power to Lattice. Lattice's skill. Powering up. That's not good for me. 20k from this side. Guard with critical trigger. Glenn. 28k. Guard. The Chink. Here comes 30k. No guard. Take it. Out. Damage check. No trigger. 18k. Powering up. Perfect guard. Perfect guard cost. I am discarding. Who to discard? My Risto Galer. Discard. And Kachink, safe. This is not good for me. End of their turn, my turn. Draw. Yes, Persona Ride, just what I needed. Let's go. Persona Ride, Drajeweled, draw card. Another Drajeweled. Then activating Drajeweled skill, Counter Blast. Counter Blast and Soul Charge 2 cards. 1, grade 3, grade 2, draw a card. Powering up my back row. Brainwash Swirler. Looking good here. Then I call to the front row. Rockagur. And Empusa. That ought to be enough. To battle phase we go. First, Empusa. Unboosted to the Vanguard, 20k. Guarding Whip, draw trigger, 23k. Rockagur, attack the Vanguard. Rockagur skill plus 10,000 power, 30k. The attack goes through. Boom! Damage check. No trigger, safe. Now, boosted by Zargon. Go! Drajeweled, 31k. Zargon skill, blessing the Vanguard. And Drajeweled skill, Soul Blasting 4. Soul Blasting, a copy of Ristal Galer. Not Rockagur. Grade 1, Brainwash Swirler. Grade 0, Critical Trigger. And Grade 2, Falcrazia. These 4. Soul Blast 4. Critical up and reduce opponent's power to 1. And then, activating the effect of Empusa. Restand. Rockagor's skill. Restand. Counterblast. Another perfect guard. Come on. Discarding. Grade 2. Twin Drive. First check. No trigger. Come on. Second check something. No trigger. Seriously? Only 2 cards in hand. My silver chance. Go, Rockagor, 30k. The attack goes through. Boom! Come on, no trigger, damage check. No trigger, safe. Now boosted by Brainwash Swirler. Go, Empusa. 38k. Only perfect guard can stop me. The attack goes through. And slash. Damage check. No trigger, 6 damage. I win. That was a really rough fight. Despite everything, I still managed to draw the cards I need to make this deck work for me. So I got win, attack 5 more times in 1 turn, perfect guarded, dead persona right, 6 turns pass, disappear recall, retired 5 opposing units, and drew 3 more times in 1 turn. I got 2,000 BP, total 83,025 BP. Pressing A to go next, leaving the fight and returning to fight menu. Back to the fight menu, leaving fight menu, going back to main menu, back to main menu to edit deck menu. With that, deck's been built, card up to explain. I just finished testing the deck out in front of you, so first I want to say is thank you to the viewers for watching today's video, and to please stay tuned for more videos I plan to upload in the near future. I also will show support by liking, commenting, sharing, and subscribing to my videos and channel. And with that I say goodbye and see you all soon.